So before I get to this week's topic, I just wanted to take a minute and thank you so much for all of the feedback and the engagement that's been going on my Facebook page and also the emails I'm getting every week. You have clearly let me know what it is that you're struggling with, and I want you to know I hear you. I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit so you can see some of the craziness that's been going on in my office. And I'm not showing you that because I want you to think I've totally lost my mind, but I want you to know that, well, that's part of my creative process, and that creative process is the direct result of you letting me know what you're struggling with. So later on this spring, I'm going to be launching a kick-ass online life coaching course that's going to address the things that you've been telling me. Your struggle with self-esteem, confidence, courage, and feeling in control of your life. So hang tight for those details and get ready for an awesome experience. So today's topic comes from one of our Fierce Chick tribe members, Kristen in San Francisco, California. And Kristen wrote to me and said this: "Hey Kelly, how are you? I'm loving all of your mentor videos and I have a question for you. How do you recommend peeling away at extreme self-doubt? It's something that cripples me and I'm tired of letting it hold me back. I was even doubting myself and having some fear around messaging you. I do DBT therapy and they recommend a skill called opposite action for this, but I was wondering if you had any other thoughts. The work you're doing is really inspiring. Thanks so much." So Kristen, this is a killer question, and I think it's something that the majority of the Fierce Chicks I know struggle with, and it's also something I struggled with for years and years and years. And overcoming it is what really inspired me to do what I do for a living. So today, there are 3 things that I want you to do to really start this peeling process, as you called it, which is so awesome. The very first thing is this: you need to become hyper aware of the negative thoughts in your mind that have become what I like to call sticky beliefs. You know, the beliefs that we have about ourselves and the world that just become really difficult to release or replace. And the way you begin this process is actually pretty simple. And I say this a lot: simple, but not necessarily easy. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get a piece of paper or go to your favorite journal, and I want you to start to deconstruct these negative beliefs that you have. The very first thing you can do is make a list of the top 5 thoughts that show up for you, negative thoughts obviously, that show up for you on a daily basis and repeat themselves, you know, like they're a CD on repeat. Oh, I'm aging myself by saying that, but a CD on repeat over and over and over again. What I find is that the people that come to me for coaching or therapy, when I do this exercise, they have the same 5 to 10 negative thoughts that show up over and over and over again. And when they take a day or a couple days or even a week to keep track of these top 5 to 10, it absolutely blows their mind that it's the same crap showing up over and over and over again. And in order to replace them, we need to first raise our awareness of them. So go ahead and make that list. That's step 1. Step 2, I want you to start using affirmations. And they sound all woo-woo and like fluff, but I am telling you they're incredibly powerful when they're used correctly and they become a habit. So when you make your list of 5 to 10, on the piece of paper next to it, what I want you to do is come up with an affirmative statement for every single negative thought you listed. Now, the importance in the affirmative statement is this. Number 1, you have to state it in present tense. So in other words, if you are struggling with, say, weight and body image, and the thing that comes up all the time for you is, I'm just not thin enough, then I want you to write an affirmative statement that starts like this, and I borrow this from Jack Canfield, who's one of my absolute favorite coaches on the planet. But start the statement with, I am so happy and grateful now that, and a statement that could address that particular negative belief would be, now that I am at a fit and healthy weight for me. So go ahead and come up with 5 affirmations. Again, they need to be present tense and they need to be in the affirmative. And an easy way to start it is, I am so happy and grateful now that. So that's step number 2. Then after you do those 2 things, I want you to go and read my ebook. My ebook, I specifically wrote to help people jumpstart this process. And when you pick up the ebook, you automatically get on my mailing list, which is going to give you information every week, tips and tricks and insights, but it's also going to keep you posted on the programs that I'm going to be offering. And this coaching course is perfect for you, Kristen, and for anybody who is out there struggling with the same thing as Kristen. I know there are lots of you struggling with this. So go ahead, pick up the ebook, and get on my mailing list so that you can hear all about the coaching course that is coming up that's going to do a much deeper dive than my videos into how to turn all of this around. Get that piece of paper, get started on your 2 lists, and go to kellyruda.com/GoYou, it's right below, and pick up the copy of the ebook and get started reading it today. Then hop on over to the Facebook page or the YouTube channel or shoot me an email at info@kellyruda.com and tell me your thoughts. In the meantime, get out there and be fierce.